Q99.7, a special day on the Bert Show for us and for you guys. We are helping you guys. We are hoping you guys will help us with the CHOA Making Miracles Radiothon. We do this every year, and we're helping out Children's Healthcare of Atlanta remain the greatest children's facility in the United States of America. I don't know about the other ones around the world.
Well, we're not concerned about them today. Yeah. We hope they do well. However, but we're very focused on Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. And that's because the only way we can stay up to date on cutting edge technology and everything they could possibly need to make sure your kids are well taken care of and all of the research is through your donations. This is a not-for-profit hospital. So that's why it's so incredibly important for you to donate today, because your donations are what keep Children's Healthcare of Atlanta top tier.
Yeah, here's why we need your donations, because guys like Dontavious here has had 201 surgeries. All right, that takes a lot of money, man. 201. And we will get to him in just 1 second. But let me give you that phone number out, because it's one of those things that I don't think we can do too much of today. It's 866-781-8811, or you could text the word miracle to 64636. And I know I've been saying some of the same things over and over and over again this morning. I really, really do believe this, that when you become a miracle maker, when that monthly bill comes and it kind of bums you out because you spent a little bit too much over at Target, and that bill comes in and your American Express and you say, oh, did I spend that much on Starbucks? But when you see that $15 donation come in each and every month, that's one that doesn't bum you out at all. It gives you a little shot of adrenaline, actually. So become a miracle maker. Text the word miracle to 64636. All right, Dontavious, do I have that right? 201 surgeries?
No, I've been
good. How many?
I had 3 surgeries.
Then what's the 201 number I saw in the video?
That's how many times I have been hospitalized.
Okay, wow. That's still a lot. That's
Yes,
a heck of a lot right there.
Yeah, it is.
And Davi asked, each and every time at Children's?
Yes.
Because they always took such a good care of you, right?
Yes.
So this started a long time ago for you. You're how old now?
I'm 14 now.
And you have been going to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta since you were about a year old. Is that right?
Yes.
Dang.
And what did they diagnose you with?
Sickle cell.
And for people who don't know what sickle cell is, what does that do to your body?
It makes my body kind of weak sometimes. And it makes my blood cells into a sickle shape, such as like a crescent moon.
And that means you just have to do like a lot of blood transfusions and treatments of that nature to make sure that your blood is flowing and not causing pain.
Yes.
Yeah, Dontavious, I think a lot of people have heard the word crisis when it comes to sickle cell, but they don't really know exactly what that means. So what is a crisis? How do you know it's coming on? And what happens after a crisis?
Well, you never really know when a crisis is going to happen because it comes at random times. But when you have a crisis, it could be just pain all over your body, or it could just be you getting very weak. And normally what I do when I'm in a crisis is I start self-medicating and start pain management at home before considering going to the hospital.
Yeah, it's a pain that is really tough to describe. We've had some Bert's Big Adventure kids that have had this also. And I remember one specifically telling me like she could feel in her body the footsteps when I walked in to her hospital room because the body is so sensitive and it's in so much pain. Have you felt anything like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dontavious, what's something about CHOA that has made your experience there just a little bit easier when you're in this pain?
The staff members, they are very caring, and when you there, it's like they care about you and they care about like your pain, and they make sure to make your time there comfortable.
Shalonda is his mom, and she's been listening in on this also. Hi, Shalonda.
Hi.
Hi. You too can really help out here. I mean, we're trying to raise money for Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and you've been there for 15 years over and over and over again. So you know this place way better than we do.
She's like, I know it like the back of my hand. I know
Right.
where the butterfly elevator is. I know where the flower elevator is. I know where all of it is.
You're there so much, they should just have you perform surgeries at this point.
Whoa.
I think I should have my own personal room. I tell them that all the time. Like I just,
I hear that.
yeah.
Hey, tell us a little bit about your journey with Dontavious and specifically how Children's Healthcare of Atlanta has been there for you for 15 years.
Over 15 years, Dontavious has been hospitalized more than over maybe 200 to 300 times. Every time is a different experience, but it always feel like family. Like I feel like I'm family when I'm there. They keep my kids and me as we are family. Dontavious go in a lot with acute chest or either pain crisis. And we there for 3-4 days, sometimes longer, depending on the outcome. But we never have to worry about food, parking, nothing. They make sure that you have everything you need when you go there.
Look, that's the one thing that we hear time and time again. It's the same cliche, and it's a really beautiful cliche that when I bring my kid there, it's like bringing them to family. I mean, we can all relate to that when you have a sick child, the old cliche is it takes a village, and that village happens to be at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Yeah, and we're so fortunate to talk to Dontavious today, but I want to remind everybody, one of the stats from Children's Healthcare of Atlanta is they treat nearly 2,000 unique pediatric sickle cell disease patients every year. 2,000 every single year. So that's how many kiddos are dealing with this pain, and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta is there to help them with that. We have Maddie Post, the program coordinator for Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, with us today. Tell us a little bit more about the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorder Center, because I'm assuming that's where Dontavious goes because of his sickle cell.
Yes. So the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorder Center encompasses all cancer and all blood disorders, which sickle cell falls under. And the biggest thing with sickle cell here at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta is that we have the largest sickle cell disease program in the entire country, which is huge for Dontavious to be in Atlanta, and it's in his backyard. He is getting the best treatment he can get here at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Shalonda, speak from, mother to mother for those that are listening right now that tomorrow might end up at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. How you felt when you first opened up those doors, how they treated you, and what to expect?
When I first, try not to get emotional. When I first encountered the sickle cell with Dontavious was one. Like most other mothers found out at newborn screening. I didn't find out until Dontavious was one. So me being a young mother, I was terrified. Like, is my baby gonna die? Like, what are the outcomes? What am I gonna do? But I had the Aflac to sit me down and explain to me. They gave me books. They made sure I had videos. They helped me learn so much about the disease and what to look for and how to treat my son, and me to take away that fear that I have. So any fear I had, they helped me deal with it, and they still help me deal with it, because it still be times I flip out because I never know if my son comes back home with me, or if we gonna end up in the ICU, or what the outcome gonna be. And they really reassure me that my son is okay and in the best hands. So now I have got comfortable with leaving him, because I know like they're gonna treat him like their child. If you want somebody to treat them like your child, leave them at children. And people ask me all the time, like, why do you leave them at the hospital? Because I know they're in good hands. I know they're in good hands. We know all the nurses, all the doctors. I know he's in good hands. So I can leave him and go to work and still try to provide.
Dontavious, do you have a favorite nurse? It's okay if you tell us.
Yes.
You got to give him a shout out.
My favorite nurse is Kayla. Kayla's just a fun nurse. She's caring, nice, and just fun to have as a nurse.
Yeah, I can't stress this enough, because I think most people, when you're an adult, you have the experience of going to adult hospitals, which are just so sterile, and, the lights are bright. It doesn't feel like a very friendly place in a lot of cases. You feel kind of rushed. It's the worst place ever to try to get some sleep and rest. That's an adult hospital. That's not Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. With Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, it's a completely different story. You walk in there, it's bright, it's friendly, and it feels like a home, and that's where these kids are going to spend a lot of their time. Again, the phone number 866-781-8811, or you can text Miracle to 64636.
Dontavious, I wanted to ask you, we're trying to get people to raise money for Children's Healthcare of Atlanta today. So if you could say one thing to people in their car right now to get them to donate, what would it be?
It will be, your donation will go a long way. It will help families just like mine to help us provide when we're in the hospital and help children get better equipment to care for me and other kids like me.
Dontavious, when you're not in the hospital, you're not in a pain crisis, and you're feeling good, tell us some of the things you love to do when you're at home and with your friends and with your family.
Play soccer, or I like to play video games.
What's your favorite video game?
Roblox.
Of course. Well, look, man, you're an inspiration, dude. 15 years going in and out of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and your mom as well, the strength that the staff has given you guys also. What Shalonda said to me, man, was like, imagine leaving that hospital over and over and over again and wondering if it's the last time that you're ever going to see your child. That is heartbreaking, man. Children's Healthcare of Atlanta finally got to her a place where she's like, okay, I can leave him here. I know he's going to be all right. And I can take off and I can go for work and I can have a life. That's what Children's Healthcare of Atlanta does for everybody. 866-781-8811 or text the word miracle to 64636. Thanks for your time today, guys.
Thank you.
It's the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Making Miracles Radiothon with The Bert Show on Q99.7.
The Bert Show.